Hello, all you wonderful people. Thank you so much for joining me to another video on my channel. I was already painting in my black dylusions journal, and I was thinking, okay, why not film it, because maybe this will be a handy tip for some people who doesn't know how to work on black journals or black pages or whatever you are using. And so I was thinking, okay, let me just put on the camera and film it for you guys. So obviously I already done this, and I wanted to use this girl, put her here somewhere, and then make the underpart from the body. And then here I wanted some houses and the canal, like I don't know, maybe like by us in Amsterdam, the big canal that we are having there, something like that. So that is what I was planning. So I also pulled out this stencil in forehead already, and I've got my gouache. These ones, they are Mary's gouache color, so that's what I'm using. I like this gouache color because, yeah, they are matte, and I can use them with water, but I can also use them like this. And then of course my gesso, because I'm going to use a lot of the gesso. So I took out my pink. It's called Rose. Let me just show you something, because when you put something on black and you don't have very bright colors, even though this is a very bright one, when you spread it out and it dries, you almost don't see it. But if you take a little bit of gesso and you work with it, as you can see, the color comes up very bright. So if you don't have the bright colors, then this is a nice option for you to use. Oh my, some of these are so... Yeah, I'm sorry, some of them, they are so closed, and because of the cold I have an issue with my arms. So you can see this is also a very bright blue color, but when I use it on the paper, it's not bright anymore. When I add a little bit of gesso, it starts being bright again, and that's what I like. I didn't clean my brush. I'm not using any water, because if I use water, you dilute it, and then it starts being dull again. So my brush is dry, and so that's what I'm doing first. So what I want to do is create a little bit of a background here with some bright colors. And I'm just using the colors that I think I want to use. I'm not thinking, I'm just doing it. Pardon me. Let me see, because I want to use this color. Oh yes, thank you. You can see when the pigment, I just put it on, that it is very bright, all of them, but it's dulling down. You can see here, because I have paint there already, that is a little bit more color, but adding the white makes it a little bit more lively. And you can use layers, of course, so layer the paint on top of each other. And so. And so you can see the white that is in my brush already is also brightening up the color. And some colors need excuse me, some colors they need more white than others. And so you go on until you have the color that you like. So this part is gonna be my sky. Let me pronounce it like that. I still want a little bit pink coming through here. I'm not cleaning my brush, and you can see I'm going all directions. And this is a Dina Weekly Media brush. I love it. I use it a lot. Also have a bigger one. It takes you faster, but I wanted to use this smaller one for the little strokes. And if I put white, let me just show you, only with a tiny bit. If I put white again, you can see the paint that is inside the brush already. That is not really giving me white. It's giving me now the pinkish color that is coming out. Actually, it's just all about blending and not being afraid of using your color. So I'm bringing in my picture now, my girl, and I'm gonna place her higher because the rest of the top I'm going to be painting it, and I'm also going to be painting the buildings in. So I'm just checking where I want to place it, and that is how I'm going to do it. So I'm taking a blending tool, and I'm just going into my gesso because the white I'm using is just my gesso. So I'm just looking now for my paints and my blending tool, of course. And then I dip with my blending tool, I dip into the gesso, and then I take the cover and I take most of the paint off again into the cover, so that I don't have too much of the paint on my dabber, so it doesn't go under the stencil. So yeah, basically that is it. I'm dabbing on my buildings, and I'm moving them and in the places that I want them to be. I'm checking in between that I don't go too far down, because I still want to create like let's say like a river, something where the small holes that you are seeing under on the stencil, the bits there, so I can also dab them with the paint in my in the water and make it look like the reflection. Bringing my stencil a little bit down, and as you can see, it moved a little, but putting it back in place. And then I have my 3 buildings, and then I'm bringing the white also in. So that I know how it's gonna look like a little bit. And then I also thought, okay, there was a little bit of a space over on this side and by the girl, so I'm still gonna drop in 1 building there. So taking the white again, I'm making sure that in that little curve that I press well, so that the paint go on top of the paper. Checking. Because the paint is almost dried up, and not much left over. So now I've put in my buildings, and I roughly know where I want the water, because you can see where the white dots are in the black part under on my page. That is where the water is going to. So I'm going to glue down my girl. The nozzle, I pushed it a little bit too hard on the other any other time that I used it, so I had to cut it off because there wasn't much coming out anymore. This is just the Dutch Doobadoo glue pen. I like their glue. It almost glues anything. So my girl is going a little bit up and against the side of my page. Then that little part needs a little bit more glue. Pressing it down a little bit on that side. And I'm taking my glue again, the gouache, and I'm taking a color that is very close to the little bit of dress that she's wearing, so I can extend that dress. And gouache is very matte, and if you want to use it like you would use acrylic, then you don't water it down, because most of the time gouache you water it down and then it acts like a matte, yeah, like a matte water paint. And I'm sorry, my hand is in front, but there's no other way how to do it. Once I've extended her clothing, then I'm also going over the clothing on her body with the paint, so that both of them, they will look the same. You just need a little bit. And I want it a little bit more opaque, so I put a little bit more paint there. And once I'm satisfied with the shirt that took way too long to paint. Still at it, not satisfied. Sometimes you have those moments. And gouache dries very quick and matte, so if you don't water it down, so that was also one of the issues. But giving it a quick dry with my heat gun, making sure that everything is dried, because I want to draw on top a little bit with my Sigma white and Pilot black pen. And if the paint is not all the way dry, then you will ruin, I think it's called nozzle. You will ruin the nozzle, the tip of the pen. So then you have all that ink stock inside that doesn't come out anymore, because the nozzle doesn't work anymore. So now, once that I've dried it off, I'm going over the right, move over to the right side and create a little bit like there's water there. I don't really want to make a whole big river and details and all those burials that is there and everything. I just want to make it look a little bit like so that you can use the rest of your fantasy. So taking a little bit white again, going here and there like I did it in the upper part, only now it's only one color, blue, and then with the white, so that you have different spaces, different little bit of colors of blue. I'm drying it down. On camera you don't see it really well, but all the dots that were there from the windows that we did before, they are still, I'm seeing them still through the paint. But I'm taking my stencil again and just redoing them, because it's just a little work to put them back where I want them. So I'm checking where I have to start, and then I'm only doing those little dots. And of course checking in between every time. Took a little bit more paint, so that it's a little bit more opaque. Also the extra building, put a few of those spots. And it's easy with the stencil, so I don't have to draw them in with hand. I could have easily done that, but this is the lazy way and the easy way. It is there already, so why not use it? So now I'm coming in with my pilot pen, because I know the paint is dry. The little bit in the corner didn't really stuck down, so I'm giving it a little bit of extra glue. Is because this thick glossy paper, I should have sanded it down a little bit, but I didn't. So and I'm going in with my white pen, the Signo uni-ball white, and I'm just refining the lines that were there before from the shirt, and then the part that I've extended, I've also put in some lines there. The paper is shiny and the paint is matte, so both are not really easy workable with a gel pen, but it's doable if you just take it easy and slow. Then the white of the eyes and the white on the lips and the earrings that she's wearing. I'm putting the white there so that it will be seen better. And then I'm taking my black pilot pen. I love this pen. It's a permabal, pilot permabal. Actually, it works like the same like the white uni-ball pen, the Sigma, only that one is black. So I'm just putting in a little bit of detail, and then I'm just going around the girl all the way with a little black line, and then by the eyelashes, I cut them away when I was cutting this image. So because you see it very well, I'm just putting a little bit of a line there. And then for the rest, I'm leaving the girl alone. I don't want to paint on top of her because I love the look of this image. Then I'm taking a little bit of blue and painting it around the neck on both sides, the left and the right. Just extending, let's say the water look a little bit. And my brush is still dry. I didn't dip it into water. I didn't add any water to the paint. So all the color that is coming out is still all the colors that I've used before, because I didn't wash the paint brush. So sometimes you will still see a little of the pink and the blue and the green that I was using before. Just little parts of it coming out. But that is nice the way that I'm using it now. So I've got this little quote sticker book, and it has black, white, yellow and blue and green, and then black and white with gold letters in it. And I'm taking from the blue page a little bit the pinkish color, because that suited the most with the page. I liked it a lot. And then with my Signo uni-ball pen, I'm gonna draw a line around the text. Same thing under with the text, also a line around it. And then I'm going to work on the buildings a little bit. I'm taking my Posca pens, and I think I'm taking a pink one, a yellow one, a blue one, and a green one, and an off-white. Yeah. And they have different nibs, because you can see the pink one is smaller. Let me check the size. Hold on, I have to grab it. It's both a pin type. The small one is a pin type, one PC, one MR, 7 millimeters, and the bullet shaped is the yellow one. And what am I doing? I still want to bring in a little like yellowish by the windows, so it looks like there's a light on in that particular apartment, let me say it like that. And then also a little bit down, but the ones that is in the water, I'm just guessing where it should be. And then as you can see, I'm tapping it with my finger after I put the ink down, and I'm tapping it with my finger because then it moods the color a little bit down. It's not as bright, so that's why I'm doing that. So in all the buildings I'm placing a little bit of light in the apartments. And then I'm taking my pink and I'm taking my ruler, because those lines that is there, I just want to give it a little bit of definition. And I know it doesn't show up very much on the camera, but trust me, it's there. And then I'm making sure that that line is also in the water, and not all the lines, but some. And I'm not really pressing very hard with my pen, with my Posca pen, because I just want a little bit of color in there and a little bit more bright on the surface, and then a little bit less inside the water. And I'm doing that with most of the buildings. Also because you can see on the stencil there's no really an ending of the building, so I'm creating with a line, I'm creating that one with the pink. But it will show up later in the pictures. I think that you can see it better then. And so I took a picture, which you can see here, that the pink lines are really there, but that it is not that too obvious. It's not supposed to be. It's just a little bit more pleasant to the eye, a little bit more color, a little bit more pleasant to the brain, let me say it like that, because now you can see the ending of the buildings, a little bit more color inside. Then I'm taking my blue, just a little bit on top, and then the middle building in the middle, a line of blue, not much, same thing like the pink one, just slightly. And you can see immediately when I start putting the line that it gives a little bit more feeling. Yeah, feeling. I don't really know the right word, but the feeling of the building. And then the off-white, because on that building it doesn't have that that white line, So I'm just giving it a little bit of that fine white line, and also the windows here and there a little bit. Of white. Not much, but that we have a little bit of a difference in color here and there. And of course also down into the water a little bit, not much, but only a few. And I'm wiping it out with my finger because I want it to look very vague, far away, and in the water nothing keeps its shape because the water is moving, so also that image is moving with the water, so it doesn't have the shape anymore that it has on as into the water. So this is my my outcome from today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you do like, subscribe and share my video. Thank you for being here. Bye.